Hey everybody, welcome to Down Home Bites with Darlene. It's almost time to get ready to start on lunch slash dinner, I guess you can say. I'm going to be making a corn brulee. I got this idea from a restaurant that I was at called Chopped. A lot of people have already been there and they have this on the menu. This is a kind of a version of that, but not exactly. So I'm going to try it out and see if it works. So hang on and we'll get started. Okay, the first thing it says to do, of course I need to get this close to me so I can see. There we go. You put in a skillet a fourth a cup of butter on medium. So we'll get that going. And what you want to do is get it melted and let it kind of bubble up quite a bit, and then we'll start adding other ingredients. Okay, as you can see, the butter is melted. It is bubbling a little bit. Just all you want to do is just stir it occasionally. You don't want it to get brown or burn or anything, but just enough to where you can, you know, kind of looks like this. So the next thing you do is you add 2 cans of golden sweet whole kernel corn. Now I just got the Walmart brand, but you can use any brand, it's fine. And I did drain it. So here's 1 can. Here's 2 cans. Okay, so we want to get that mixed in with the butter really good. We're going to let that cook for just a few minutes. You just want to just every once in a while just stir it a little bit so it don't brown. We're going to let that corn get up to the heat it needs to get to. So we'll be back with the next step. Okay, as you can see, I can see the butter boiling up underneath it. It's been in the pan now, just cooking for probably about, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. You know, really, the only thing corn needs is to be heated up for the most part. So now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a cup of heavy cream. Okay. And we're going to do a half a cup of sour cream. I mean, how can you go wrong with heavy cream and sour cream and corn and everything else that's in this? It's got to be good. So now we're just going to try to get this mixed up here. And once I get all of that done, then we're going to let it simmer for about 5 minutes. And we don't bother it while it's doing that. Let it do its own thing for a few minutes. So let's let that cook and we'll continue. Okay, you can see it's just bubbling away. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a half a teaspoon of salt. This is a fourth a teaspoon measure, so it'll be of course 2 of these. And it's a fourth a teaspoon of black pepper. I use the restaurant style, but just regular brown pepper is fine. And it calls for a half a teaspoon of cayenne. I'm not a huge cayenne fan, but I'm going to put like just a fourth of a teaspoon in there. Okay. Let's get this all incorporated here. Okay, now what we want to do is we'll turn this down to medium-low. And that needs to cook like that or simmer like that for about 10 minutes. Just stir it occasionally, and then we'll come back with the last step. Okay, that was a pretty quick 10 minutes. So as you can see by the rim right there, this sour cream and cream has been reducing down, which is what you want. So now I'm going to pour this into, I think it's a 9 by 9 or 8 by 8 square pan. or baking pan. There we go. Let me get this out of the way before I burn myself. Okay, now the last thing that you want to do, there's no measurement for this, is you want to put sugar on top of it. The reason being is that's where the brulee comes into. Now if you have a kitchen torch, you can use that, or you can just put it in your oven on broil, and that'll work also. There, like I said, there's no measurement for the amount, but you just kind of just skim it over the top a little bit, because you want that to get hard. You know, if you have had creme brulee before, it's a same kind of consistency as that. And do you know that when I got engaged a year back, almost 2 years, I had never had creme brulee, and we were in Vegas. We had dinner, and so that was the night we got engaged, and so we had that for dessert, and I have been stuck on it ever since. I have learned how to make it too. So I'm gonna let this sit here. Like I said, I will put this in the oven on broil, and you'll just have to watch it. Don't leave it in there, too long. We're just gonna have a simple meal tonight. It's just, I've got my chicken breast marinating and some Dell's sauce. I prefer Moore's, but that's kind of hard to find here in Tennessee for some reason. So I just used the low sodium Dell's steak sauce to marinate in. We're just gonna have the corn and the green beans and some yeast rolls. Really, really simple, but hopefully really, really good. So remember, the ingredients you need to have for this dish is 2 cans of golden sweet kernel corn drained, a cup of heavy cream, a 1/2 cup of sour cream, a 1/4 cup of butter, a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of, or a 1/2 teaspoon to, no, I'm sorry, a 1/4 teaspoon to a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. I'll get it right one of these days. So when everything gets done, and I will go ahead and let you see what this looks like, and we'll see whether we give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Hope you guys have a good evening, and I hope y'all have a good dinner too. So I'll see you real soon.